Hi, good afternoon, everyone. Uh, I'm Pooja and I'm from miniOrange. I'd like to welcome you all to our webinar on 7 Shopify essentials that you need to know to excel your business. Today we have Manish Chabra, a Shopify expert and a senior software engineer at miniOrange, joining us, who will be taking us through the webinar. So I'll start with telling a little about miniOrange. miniOrange is a cybersecurity company with specializing in identity and access management. But we go beyond that, and we provide security to help Shopify merchants to scale their business. Apart from that, we have expertise in SSO, passwordless login, content restrictions, advanced access control, etc. So before we begin the webinars, there are a few things that I'd like to address. If any of you guys face any connection issues or any technical issues, just drop a message in the chat window and we'll look into it. That apart, if you have any questions throughout the webinar, again drop it in the chat. We'll either address them in between the webinar or by the end of the webinar. And we also have a special offer for you. So stay tuned till the end of the webinar to avail the offer. So I'd like to hand over the webinar to Manish. So Manish, what are we going to discuss today?
Thanks for the great introduction and starting things ahead. So we'll be starting discussing with our today's topic, the 7 Shopify essentials, how we can, with which you can skyrocket your business or scale your business. Let me let me just start sharing my screen so that we can start with our today's topic. Just give me a quick sec. Awesome. So I think you guys must be able to see my screen. Let's start. So there are almost 4.5 million Shopify stores, which are basically powered by Shopify, and that's a big number. It's a SaaS platform, so we can say that it's a good enough SaaS platform which is able to power 4.5 million sites without any downtime, without any scaling or traffic related issues. But apart from just traffic, there are other things as well, like merchants or store owners might be struggling with abandoned carts. They might face security issues. They might be having a few processes which they are handling manually, which is creating human errors or delay in processing the orders. Or there might be few usability issues. So we can discuss about all our common issues. We'll discuss 7 key areas and see how we can make improvements or what best we can do is those 7 areas. So on our today's agenda, we'll be discussing how we can optimize checkout and authentication to boost your conversions. What are the ways to automate the process and remove manual errors? We'll be discussing how you can use a single store to cater multiple businesses model like B2B, B2C, membership. And we'll be discussing how you can sell globally or internationally just using a single store without opening an individual store for each market. Then we'll be discussing why notifications are important and how it can help you with scaling your business. And then we'll be discussing a little bit on marketing and SEO as well, since it's a very essential component for any business. And at the end, we'll be discussing what are the ways to manage the staff members so that security can be kept, uh, and automations can also be there in managing staff access. So let's begin with our first topic, checkout and authentication. So as I think most of you might already be aware that the abandoned cart is something which has a very high rate in case of e-commerce. So almost 77% of shoppers shop before making a purchase, and in Black Friday sales, this number shoots up till like 85%. So which is very concerning because it's like 70 or 80% of the users are just scrolling or browsing the website, but they are not purchasing anything. Few reasons which can lead to this reason. Maybe a complex or lengthy checkout process. Maybe you guys are asking to sign up for an account before they can make a purchase. and maybe due to the structure of website, or maybe you don't have SSL, which might be creating security concerns. Maybe how you process the payment can create trust issues as well. So with this abandoned cart, there's almost $260 billion of revenue, something which can be, which we can recover, which you can see it's a very big number, right? 260 billion, and almost 24% of the cards are being dropped because the options which people see on the checkout offers slow delivery, and that might not be that end customer might not be comfortable with that. Almost 47% of the cards are lost or abandoned due to any extra fee being added on the checkout. So this is a very important point of not adding any extra fee on the checkout, because let's say I'm a user, I liked some product, and initially I was showed $100 fee, $100 price tag, and then when I go to the checkout, I was asked to pay $130. Obviously, I may not like to pay that $30 extra, and I might leave the checkout. It's a good strategy that you're not disclosing higher price in the beginning, but then you're showing them uh, something that you need to pay additional. That initial small price can bring the user to the checkout as compared to your competitors, but it will not. They'll not convert because you are showing them something hidden. They'll reevaluate at the checkout and they might drop. So always avoid any extra fee and try to show what are the real product prices before the person go to the checkout. And obviously, there's a option of guest checkout, and guest checkout is something through which we can reduce the friction. We can ask the user to directly add the product to the cart and pay for it without asking them to maybe create an account or do any additional authentication. So obviously there are pros that it has a faster checkout, that conversion rates are high, and there's no friction. But there are few cons as well, like there'll be a reduction in customer retention because we don't have any personal background of that user. Let's say maybe their phone number, date of birth, or maybe what kind of products they are interested in. So we don't have any personal background data, which customer retention will be less, and there'll be very limited uh, remarketing or personalized marketing opportunities, because since we don't have any of their background, let's say if we don't have their date of birth, we cannot send them an offer on their birthday of, let's say, 20% discount. So this is something which is uh, there are cons, but what we can do is we can reduce the friction as well, and we can also ask for these informations, or also ask for these validations. So I'll just show you a simple example of how a guest checkout looks like, and that will go through, like, I think you guys can see my screen. So in here I will just go through a uh, guest checkout option in here, and in that you'll be able to see that we are collecting more information apart from what a standard guest checkout collects, which is helping us to identify their background and will be providing us with more validations as well. So what we are doing in this case is, I just clicked on buy it now. It's a quick process. I'll just simply enter my email and a few more details, and I'll enter my phone number here as well. Yeah. Now, if I scroll down, see, I just need to now pay and I can get this project. But there are businesses who offer discount on first purchase as well. So what we have done in this case is we have brought this option of first time discount on checkout page itself. So now somebody will see this and they'll be happy that they are getting discount, and I'll simply click on it. Let's say maybe I'm born today. Maybe this is something which is possible with AI. Don't worry, I'm a human. So what I'll do is with this process, you can see I simply, this page collected my date of birth, my phone number. I'll validate my identity. I'll receive a discount as well. And now this user got a discount, you collected information, and everything was done on the checkout. So very less probable that they'll leave your card due to a slow process because they're already on the checkout, right? Similarly, let's say this was a case where where we shifted first time discount from a normal page to the checkout page and smoothen up the process. But there can be a case where you're not giving a discount, but somebody is looking to place a COD order. And on COD order, phone number should be verified so that at least you don't get spammed. It's just additional validation that you're not getting spam. So if somebody chooses a COD, then we'll just ask them to validate their phone number before they are allowed to complete the checkout. With this, we are able to keep authentication and we are able to reduce the friction. With this way, now the user can simply complete order. So if there are any developers in the house, then this thing, this particular block or this particular block is developed by our checkout extensions. So you guys are free to try it out. But in case, let's say you don't want to spend efforts in developing something like this via checkout extensions, then feel free to reach out to miniOrange, and this is something we can easily set up for you. So this is something which comes with, I think, Shopify Plus. But let's say you guys face any issues in configuring for non-plus or have a non-plus and not looking to upgrade, then we have an alternatives for this similar solution with less friction for non-plus as well, and you can simply reach out to us. All right. If there are any questions so far, feel free to drop them in chat, and we'll move forward with our presentation over here. Moving forward, but there's a case that everyone doesn't want a guest checkout and they want to ask users to log in. Since it's an e-commerce store and we should provide the option to login, which is which doesn't have a friction. So passwordless login is something which are widely popular around e-commerce website because it doesn't ask user to remember their password. You can simply come in here and the phone number, choose method on which you want OTP. That can be either email, WhatsApp, or you can enter email to receive the OTP and simply log in. You're not required to remember any credentials. So it's if you're not looking to have a guest checkout and want user to log in, then you should choose something like maybe passwordless login, which reduces the abandoned cart rate. And there are multiple ways to ask for passwordless authentication. One can be is on login screen before they proceed to the checkout. One can be on directly on the checkout page. So with this, no friction and validation is also there. And one can be is that you allow the user to complete the checkout as soon as possible without adding any other kind of layer on checkout and just asking them to make the payment. And then once they place the order, then ask OTP on the thank you page itself. So till this point of time, that user has already become your customer and you're just validating their phone number so that you can confirm that this is the correct user, or just providing an additional validation for your delivery team that this is not a fake order. So these are three things which can be used: login screen, checkout page, or on the thank you page. But there are other ways as well. If you are interested in having OTP validation at a certain point, maybe let's say whenever user is trying to access the card, or maybe whenever user is trying to update the profile, so that can be added on any page. Moving forward, but e-commerce cannot always be about new business. Maybe you might have any traditional business already, or maybe just a physical stores, and you are looking to open e-commerce platform, or maybe you are migrating from some other platform to Shopify. So it means that you already have a customer base who have purchased with you in past, and now those customers, whenever they are accessing your Shopify store, they shouldn't be asked for maybe signing up again or resetting their password because they had an account in your existing platform. So instead of that, that's how the single sign comes in the picture. With the help of single sign-on, you can connect multiple platforms, multiple stores, and allow users to use their existing credentials, which you might have stored maybe in any centralized IAM, maybe in your database, maybe in your existing platform. maybe in your existing SaaS, anywhere. But with the single sign-on, you can allow those users to use the existing credentials and access your e-commerce. I know it's a little typical flaw, but I'll just try to break it down. It's very simple to understand. So with this, we are trying to explain that your users can reside anywhere, let's say in any IDP like miniOrange, Okta, Cognito, maybe in Google, uh, and and they might be already accessing some of your business applications like HubSpot, Zendesk, maybe WordPress, Salesforce, or you might have a custom application built over React or Next. And now you're looking to introduce Shopify. So those complete user base can simply access the Shopify store with the same set of credentials. Or let's say you're completely launching a new business with these multiple platforms. And these multiple platforms are basically part of your business arc. So no need to think that, oh, hey, they'll be required to have different credentials to log into Shopify or re-log in or re-authenticate. No, we have solutions. We have single sign-on solutions available for Shopify and 5,000 other applications. We are not just limited to Shopify. And even let's say your users are in some IDP, we are not asking you to migrate. You can keep using your IDP and we can allow them to log into Shopify and any other business application you might have. There can be a case where users are stored in Shopify itself. You are not looking to have an IAM. You are a simple merchant who doesn't want to be bothered about keeping users somewhere or at some place. So keep users in Shopify, and your business might have multiple brands or multiple stores that can be depending on the region you sell in, or that can depend on what type of products you sell. Let's say a different brand for clothing, different brand for physical products, different brand for digital products. So in this case as well, users will be required to create a single account on any of your business store, and they can access other stores of your business with the same click, with a single click without the need of reauthentication or sign up. And apart from Shopify store, you might also have other platforms of business arc like maybe LMS. So let's say you're using Shopify to sell e-commerce product and you're using LMS to allow those users to access your digital courses. Or maybe you might have a community where people are interacting with each other. In that case also, people can simply log into Shopify and access the connected platform like LMS and community with a single click without the need of reauthentication or sign up. So this is also something we have solution for. It's called Store as IDP application, and you can feel free to connect to miniOrange anytime to explore this solution. So before we move forward, I think a poll will be coming right in front of you. We'll wait for like 15 to 20 seconds before we proceed. You can answer that poll and maybe post any questions you have in the chat. And we'll answer all questions in the end. So, but you can post your questions now before we move to the next topic. I'll wait for 10 seconds. Awesome. So let's start with the second topic, automation. So why automation is important? Obviously, automation is something which can reduce human errors, and as a human, we are tend to make many mistakes in our life. So you go with automation, and it will obviously help you with business. You can obviously eliminate repetitive tasks. You don't need to spend hours and doing something which can be automated. You can, whenever you're growing your business, let's say you're going from 100 customers to 10,000 customers, then automation is required to achieve those 10,000 customers with minimal human effort. Otherwise, it will be like you have 10,000 customers and 10,000 employees to manage them. So let's look into the few areas where automation can be done, starting with the identity and access management. So as we just discussed, let's say you have a platform, Shopify, your e-commerce platform, which you are using to sell digital or physical courses. And then you have a LMS, let's say Thinkific, where you allow users to stream those courses. So how a typical user flow will look like is that user will land on your store, they will purchase something, and now they immediately would like to try that course or access that course in the LMS. Let's say automation is missing here. So in that case, what will be needed is that you must manually assign them to a specific course in your LMS, which obviously will delay the experience for user, and it's not user friendly. It's not something you would like to integrate. So similarly, there can be multiple possible scenarios that, let's say, somebody purchased something, somebody creates an account in Shopify, and you want to sync their user data to a CRM, or maybe you want to assign them in a specific space and circle, depending on that they have purchased a particular product. So this sync is not just limited to purchasing something. There can be multiple other events. So let's say uh, how we can use automations are we can group users. We can, depending on their actions, that actions can be like signing up, purchasing, like placing order of more than $1,000 in a month, purchasing a specific product. And once those users are grouped, which is also automated. Once those users are grouped, then they can be simply assigned access in any kind of a platform. Uh, Another simple example can be is like, let's say whenever they are going above annual order value of $5,000, you might be enrolling them in a particular Discord group, a particular Discord server where you might be interacting or offering what should I say, offering discounts or offering promotions to that specific side of customer because they're your premium customers. Apart from that, there's a very fantastic app which comes with Shopify itself, and it is available on all plans. There is a Shopify Flow app. So with Shopify Flow, you can automate many things around your store, and it's a very essential application. It provides you multiple templates to automate things like maybe assigning tag, assigning them in a group, maybe sending them a marketing email, or maybe, let's say, sending them a message in Slack. There are a lot of templates available, and it's a complete workflow application. So whenever you're looking to automate simpler tasks or any complex tasks as well, do try to check out Flow app, which you can obviously reduce human errors and automate many things. Moving forward, so again, this is a simple diagram. We'll try to take a look at it. So let's say I'll take an example of an end user who purchases something, and then there are few essential data elements like maybe the amount, when they purchased, or any other customer related information, order related information are being synced to the CRM, where you're managing all those customers, maybe Salesforce and HubSpot. And at the same time, that user should be enrolled to that particular course as well. And once that user is enrolled, they'll be able to access it. So the simple process where somebody purchased, that data got synced into multiple entities of your business, and nothing was done manually. And you won't believe that we already have an application for this, which covers almost more than 10 LMSs, multiple CRMs, and this is not the only thing which should do. It works on LMS, CRM, community, maybe any other third party store, maybe any inventory, maybe second store. So it allows you to sync data entities between Shopify and any other business application you might have. So do give it a try. Moving forward, let's look at how automation can help in security. So these are few examples. Obviously, there are multiple other things which can be automated. But let's say you want to detect and block malicious users before they place orders, which can at the end result in a chargeback or might be placed using a stolen credit card. So that can be detected at very initial level with automations. Then maybe you provide discounts to first time users. Like on first order, let's say you give a 10% discount. And now what users are doing is they are creating 10 different accounts, and always, like, whenever they want to place an order, they sign up and then place an order. So which for you is eventually a loss, because that's a single customer who created 10 accounts. It's like they are misusing your discount codes, right? Obviously, now you can identify those users manually. You can go to those 10 users, check their addresses, check whether they are ordering on a single house. Then you can cancel those 9 orders. But who has time to check all those 10 orders? Then simply automate. We have a solution for this as well. There are other solutions as well, but I'm just trying to let you know we also have a solution with which you can simply prevent discount code abuse and identify those 9 customers before they misuse your offers. Apart from that, there's also one more thing called Shopify's order risk score. This risk score is available in admin itself. Whenever you open any order, on that bottom right, you see a risk score. So whenever that risk score, this is given by Shopify itself based on their algorithm, their AI machine learning algorithms, and they check multiple other things. So let's say if that score is in high state, then it has a very high chance that can result in a chargeback, right? So if any order is in high state, we should evaluate them and we should cancel them if that doesn't pass the validation process. Again, this thing can also be automated. Shopify provide APIs. Any developers can simply fetch that data of any order from that API and decide to cancel or approve automatically. And if you are not fond of developing things by yourself, then directly come to miniOrange. We also have a solution for this case. Moving forward, how let's look at few marketing cases where automation can help. So we discussed that 82, so like almost 80% users are there who abandon their carts. So it's good to send them a personalized email, because when we try to retarget those audience, we can try to bring that revenue back, and we can earn some extra revenue for the business. So best marketing automation example is sending them automated and personalized messages or SMSs for abandoned cart. Then, since you must have created multiple segments or multiple groups based on the user history, based on from which region user signed up, based on when they signed up, or any other segmenting criteria based on maybe, let's say, how much they purchased till now. So based on that, also you can simply tailor a campaign through which those specific segments can receive uh, your your emails or your marketing emails or your marketing SMSs. Then obviously those segmented users can also receive membership offers and discounts. So once we have segmented the user, once we have grouped the users, with the help of automation, we can reduce almost all of the marketing task or all of the interaction which we are doing with customers. All right. So before we move forward again, you guys must have received a poll. So just fill it up. Well, take a pause for 10 seconds, 20 seconds. And if you have any questions, feel free to send them in the chat as well. Awesome. So let's start with the third topic. And in here, we'll discuss how a single store can cater multiple sets of users. So uh, uh, our business obviously cater multiple type of user bases. Like there can be business to business deals, there can be direct to consumer sales. Maybe your store is being used by employees to order swags. Maybe you have a membership program, but it's not ideal to create a separate store or separate storefront for um, for each user type. Let's say if I go with the route where I'm creating a separate store for B2C, separate for B2B, then employer, then members, and then we wholesales. So I'll end up with multiple stores. And with that, let's say my theme is changed or my any products are new, we launch, let's say, 10 new products. So then I'll be required to add those products in all the stores and check the design, check the prices. So it'll be a very hectic process. And apart from that, there'll be an overhead of managing products, inventories, different taxations, different prices, different way to bring the money back to the business. So that it's very hectic to handle multiple storefronts for different businesses. But what if we use a single store and try to cater them all. It's possible with Shopify. We not out of the box. We have application again for this purpose. It's called Logon, but with the help of that application, a single store can be used to cater multiple type of businesses. You can have a company specific catalog. Let's say you are dealing with 10 companies. All those 10 companies will see a specific pricing, specific catalogs. You might have a you might have a memberships, so which users are enrolling for. So those all the users will again can give on a different pricing. Maybe you are looking for a subscription based selling. Maybe depending on region, you want to offer different prices or hide products. Let's say one product is legal in Europe, but that product is not legal in US. So that rules can be configured that show this product in Europe and don't show in US. And price can also be varied. So again, this is most of the things when we try to cater multiple businesses with a single store. So most of these things will be possible with the help of this application. miniOrange Locon app, you can give it a try. If you want to go in a way where you are a developer and you want to develop by yourself, then yeah, obviously you can. Shopify has a liquid in which you can write multiple other things and accomplish your case. And if it's a simple case, then obviously just write few lines of code and accomplish it. So this is just a simple example of what we just discussed. If you see in here, this website caters three type of users: B2B, B2C, and normal and your members. So in here, if you see that members see a different price, sorry, normal B2C users see a different price. B2B users see very less price as compared to the normal users. And if you come to the bottom right members page, then members also show a different price. So a single store is showing similar products to all users, but depending on their type, depending on which group they belong to, they see a different price. Isn't this amazing? You are not going in the direction of managing multiple storefronts and then accomplishing your cases. And this can be simply achieved with that logon application in few minutes. Awesome. So I think we are end of the topic 3. You must have received another call. So just answer that and feel free to send any questions you may have. Bye. Awesome. Uh, let's start with our topic 4. So in this, we'll be discussing how we can use Shopify Markets to expand globally. So it's like Shopify. This feature comes out of the box with Shopify. This is something amazing they have built in the past and in the last year or like past few years. And with this, what can be done is, let's say you opened your store in Europe and now you're looking to expand that store in US, Canada, maybe India. So you don't need to redesign your complete store or re-add all the products. Just go to the Shopify, search for markets in the settings, and over there you can add more. You can say markets. Market is like just adding more regions like India, US, Canada, Europe. So, and then you can also decide what pricing should be showed to all those users, what product should be accessible in those regions. You can again decide how much duty should be applied, if there are any taxes. You can keep separate inventories as well. Basically, you are able to complete the complete global operations from a single place instead of going to different stores of that regions. So, but this is a very good technology called Shopify Markets, and with this, we are able to achieve this. But there are a few gaps to consider before you start using it. One gap which I saw is that it has very limited abilities to identify from which region user registered. So let's say your store is being catered in US as well as India. Out of the box, you won't be able to identify whether that user registered from US or from India. Obviously, if they are placed in order, you can see that, but obviously not all users are placing an order. That's why there's 80% abandoned cart rate. So, but they are very simple fix for this problem. It's a gap, but for this, either you can use any third party app to identify the user on sign up, or you can on the sign up form itself you can just place a hidden field to identify from which region this user registered. But if you're looking to collect advanced data, let's say for how long they visited on which country page, for how what was the trending product, and in specific reason, and maybe what is the abandoned cart rate for a specific region, then you can come to us and we can help you out with getting more analytics and more control over sale in specific region. Then there's another gap. This is not a gap, but it's a feature which is respective to Plus. Shopify Market is available on all plans, but if you're looking to create B2B specific catalogs, like creating a specific catalog for companies, then you need to be on a Plus. So if you're on Plus, then it's a very good thing. You can give it a try. Apart from that, the other gap which I experienced was that payment gateway should be capable enough to support local currency. If it doesn't support a local currency, then you won't be able to use that payment gateway, and you will be required to use like ShopPay. So if ShopPay is something which is available in your countries, then directly go for it. Otherwise, do check that the payment gateway which you're configuring support local currency. Otherwise, you need to use something which is supported for that local currency conversion in order to use Shopify Markets. Awesome. So this is something good to have. Do give it a try. Again, I think at the end of the topic 4, there must be a poll to answer that. It's a simple poll, so we'll just wait for 5 seconds. Awesome. Let's start with the topic 5. Notifications. And our phones are filled with notifications. Each time, each minute, each second, we are just getting notified about something. And we put our phone on DND, right? But again, still, the notification matters. Why? Because the world is transitioning to SMS and WhatsApp from email. Earlier, people are more fond of reading emails, or companies used to send everything on email, any promotional offers or any other information. But now, if you might have experienced this as well, that now companies sends their promotional SMSs on promotional content on SMSs and WhatsApp. And WhatsApp is something which is taking a lead here because companies have started to see that WhatsApp has a better rate of engagement. So emails will obviously won't be noticed anymore. Try to shift over SMS and WhatsApp. And with notification, if we are sending timely notifications, then with this we obviously increase trust and we increase conversion rates as well. So there are few important notifications which we have seen, which works or which have, you can say, contributed in increasing the customer retention rate or increasing the sales. So for the customers, which welcome message is something which is very good to have. Then order confirmations, shipping updates whenever let's say order is near me, maybe order has been packed, on order refunds, and on loyalty and rewards update. Let's say I purchased something, you credited me 200 points, then send that message to me immediately that I have been credited 200 points. Because with that, you are trying to establish trust with me. I know that I'm purchasing something, so I'm getting a constant communication from that brand. So it increases trust, and maybe I'll be looking forward to purchase more with that brand in the future. There are few alerts. There are many other notifications apart from these 5 I mentioned. So yeah, Shopify provides many events, so notification can be sent on any event. And but there are few alerts which are important for admins as well, like a low stock alert. Let's say you have only five items are left for a specific product. So obviously your team needs to act quickly and add more inventories for that product before that goes out of stock. Because if it is getting out of stock, then it may mean that it's a trending product, and you won't like to lose a business just because the product was out of stock and somebody was not able to purchase. So low stock alert is something which can be sent just to the store admins or store staff members. Similarly, whenever somebody might place a new order, any fraud order was detected, maybe when somebody placed a bulk order, let's say 100 items of a variant, and then maybe somebody canceling a subscription or activating a subscription. You can define multiple rules. Let's say somebody placed an order of more than 5,000 euros, then only you receive a notification for admins. Or maybe when somebody canceled a subscription, let's say after a long run of 3 years, because it's concerning why that user canceled. So there are multiple. I just trying to say there are multiple rules which you can configure. You can define where admin alert should be sent, like Discord, Slack, email, maybe. So yeah, this is something like both the customer notification and admin alerts is something which is again both possible with the help of many other notification application. And with this, there are many other events which we just displayed on this slide. We have all we support almost all the small things or small updates you do in Shopify, so we can send notification all those updates. Do give this application a try, and in case you have any specific case, then just feel free to reach out to us. It's called miniOrange Notification app. You can find it in Shopify. Awesome. Let's move forward. You must see a poll again. I'm not handling this poll, so don't blame me, but you just need to answer it. Okay. Let's start. Marketing and SEO. Maybe many of you might be interested in this topic because that's how we bring sales. That's how we bring traffic to the store, and obviously it's very important. So till this point of time, already we discussed few key components of marketing and SEO, like the automations. We discussed in automations that how we can send personalized marketing emails to the specific group of users, and then group can be created based on any event, like they place more than they play their order value is more than 1,000, lifetime order value is something. Maybe uh, they subscribe to a newsletter, maybe they performed an event. So with the automation is something which is essential in marketing. And then we also discuss how notifications are useful, how different notification events are useful basically to engage, to keep engagement with the customer, to win their trust, and keep sending customers notifications on essential events, because that is important. If I am not receiving an order confirmation after placing an order, then I might see it as a spam, and I'll go and directly apply for chargeback, or maybe I'm not getting shipping updates. So those notifications are also very important. And on the right, as we were already discussing about how WhatsApp is taking a boom on these notification, if you see on the right hand side. So this is something which has came new. Like it's like people send their uh, catalogs itself directly to the customers on WhatsApp. So instead of going with the route where you send them a website link, a store link, and users are required to click, these days people simply send them a catalog. And if I cannot click on this view catalog, otherwise I would have done. It's a screenshot. But if it's like whenever somebody will click on this view catalog button, they'll see products of your website. They can simply click on it and start purchasing it directly from that WhatsApp itself. So they'll only be taken to the Shopify or your e-commerce store when they are making the payment. But they have simply scrolled through the products directly from the WhatsApp, and that's pretty amazing. That's bringing e-commerce more handy to the users. But apart from obviously automation notifications, SEO is also something which is very important, because with the help of SEO, you'll be getting the traffic. So in SEO, there are three things which are essentials. So pages should be SEO friendly, for which we need to consider on-page SEO, off-page SEO. Then there are technical SEO guidelines. All product pages should have a meta tag. Their images should not be broken, and many other things. There are n number of things to consider, and whenever we are making a website which is SEO friendly. So obviously, for making website SEO friendly, there are many tools available on the store. So you can use miniOrange. Also, we have a full-fledged marketing and SEO application with which you can send notifications. You can improve your SEO automatically. It will fix up, it will take a look at your complete store, it will audit everything, it will fix everything automatically. It will notify you what it has fixed or what requires your assistance to fix. It also analyze content, and then it will give you the result, which will definitely improve your website's SEO and bring more organic traffic. Apart from that, there are analytical tools like Google Analytics and GSC. So, with the help of Google Analytics, your website can be connected to your store can be connected to Google Analytics in minutes at speed. So, you can simply connect to Google Analytics. You can check over there which, let's say, which products are trending, on which product you are seeing maximum traffic, which product is being viewed from which region, maybe how much time users are spending on each product, uh, and many other analytics you can give it a try. But with what's the use of this? With the help of analytical tools, you can decide on which product you need to focus on, because obviously you have a very large SKU, and we need more inputs to understand if we need to improve a design of any specific product or not. So with the help of analytical tools, we can do that, and you can simply connect to Google Analytics and get those insights. Apart from that, there's one more awesome thing which Shopify provides. It called Shopify Audience. So what does Shopify Audience do? Basically, with the help of that, basically what does Shopify do is it has millions of stores, and with the help of Audience, it sees the user behavior. It basically explores the user behavior on other stores as well. So let's say if I'm selling beverage, so Shopify will check if other stores, like, it checks the other similar stores who are selling that beverage, and it will try to target those customers. You might think that it is stealing your data, but it's not that. It's like you enroll for this. So there's a pool in which few companies might have enrolled that, okay, we'll go with the Shopify audience. So obviously, you'll be giving some of your customer data, which Shopify never shares with any of the merchants. It just retarget them. It just display them an ad. It's like Shopify audience is connected to Meta. Now Meta is getting all the information to which to whom should we target. So Shopify, do check out Shopify Audience because it is very good for paid ads. So instead of uh, going to WhatsApp or let's say Meta or maybe Google and marketing or showing ads to irrelevant users, go to use Shopify Audience, and with that you can at least show ads to relevant audience because it's displaying ads to the users who might be interested in your products, depending on that user behavior on other Shopify products. Moving forward, uh, that's I think we have come to the end of this session. It's the last topic and essential again, how to manage staff. So, if your business is growing, then obviously the number of members or number of employees which work in your organization also grows. That's how our business work. So it becomes difficult to handle a large force of employees without any automations or without any, you can say, identity and access management layer in the middle. So Shopify Plus obviously do has a option of SSO, that it supports SAML, and with the help of single sign-on and SCIM, basically we can integrate single sign-on and SCIM through which you can say logins can be feasibilized. Users will not be required to remember any other credentials. You won't need to worry about zombie accounts since you pay to Shopify based on number of staff users. Then obviously there should be no zombie accounts. It's a security risk as well as it's not good for the license purpose. So uh, there will be no more zombie accounts if you are going with the SSO flow, because whenever that employee is removed from your organization, you can say that user doesn't have credentials anymore. So he cannot access Shopify. But if you don't have SSO, then you need to delete that user account manually from Shopify whenever they leave the organization. Similarly, you can sync user roles from your IAM very easily, and with the help of Skimp. We do have a products again for both SS and Skimp, and it is supported for both plus and non-plus. So do check that out. Or when if you're looking to feasibilize the login process for staff members via SSO, we want to manage the permissions directly via IAM, then do reach out. Apart from that, there are a few security measures which we should consider. And when we talk about collaborator accounts, like collaborator code should be mandatory before anybody raises a request. Because let's say if you don't have a collaborator code mandatory, then somebody can come in, like any third party agency can raise a request someday, and maybe any of your employee might approve it just by mistake, which will give them access to your whole store. Shopify also removes those collaborator accounts automatically if there is no activity from the end in 90 days. Obviously, something is there which miniOrange can do better here. That's why we are discussing this. So Shopify's granular permission set is very less. Like you cannot assign inventory location-based access. You cannot assign specific customer. You cannot assign access to a specific customer segment. Let's say you have 5 employees. One employee should only be able to access a specific customer segment data or only a specific inventory data. Then that's difficult with out of the box permissions. But we provide an option through which you can decide more granular permissions and have this feature. We have a solution for this. Then there might be a case where you're looking for adaptive authentication, device restrictions, IP validations that users should be able to access Shopify admin just via IP of your organization or just via device which are given to them via company, maybe via company laptop or a specific device. Then you want maybe notifications on, like, as a merchant or as a store owner, you might want notifications on critical operations, like maybe some of your staff member change the permission of some other staff member and that staff member is not authorized to do that. So that can also be something for which you can get a notification which is not available out of the box. So this is something you should give it a try because it allows you to manage your staff members very easily, keeps the security at utmost, can be helpful for you to achieve maybe, let's say, certifications or secure your store, and it increases the trust eventually. Because if once somebody attacked your store or your data is you can say is public or somebody attacked your store, then it's very difficult for any business to recover from that attack. So it's essential to keep the security at highest priority. Awesome. I think we have come to the end of this session.